In this section, we'll discuss the penalties for the misuse of trust funds. Real estate brokers who handle trust funds need to deposit the funds as instructed by their owner. Trust fund handling is regulated by a variety of penalties and consequences. A broker who misuses trust funds is subject to civil liability for money wrongfully converted, disciplinary action by the California Department of Real Estate, income tax liability, and criminal sanctions for embezzlement. But which penalty will be triggered? Well, the penalty depends on the nature of the funds which the broker misuses. For example, penalties for a broker's misuse of advance fees held in trust accounts are specifically fixed by statute. If the broker misuses advance fees, the owner of the funds may recover treble damages plus attorney's fees from the broker. A broker who fails to account for advance fees is presumed to be guilty of embezzlement. However, the existence of specific statutory provisions relating to the misuse of advance fees does not mean the misuse of other types of trust funds will go unpunished. Penalties for the misuse of trust funds for other purposes fall under more general statutory schemes. If the DRE Commissioner determines a broker violated trust fund accounting rules, the Commissioner may obtain an injunction against the broker to stop or prevent the violation. The Commissioner may also include a claim for restitution on behalf of the individuals injured by the broker's misuse of trust funds. If the DRE conducts an audit of the broker's trust account and discovers the broker has commingled or converted more than $10,000 of trust funds, the broker's license may be suspended pending a formal hearing. After the hearing, a receiver may be appointed to oversee the broker's business. The receiver is allowed to exercise any power of the broker and may file for bankruptcy on behalf of the broker. Further, recall the commingling of trust funds as grounds for suspension or even revocation of the broker's license. A broker who misuses trust funds needs to reimburse the owner of the funds the amount wrongfully used. However, a client's right to recover money from a broker is not limited to the amount or value of the funds the broker wrongfully converted. In addition to money losses, the client may be awarded punitive penalties based on the breach of the broker's agency relationship with the client. Also, when a broker uses the client's money for their own benefit, any profits earned by the broker's misuse belong to the client. Thus, the client is entitled to recover the funds wrongfully converted, plus any gain the broker derived from their use. Any wrongful use of trust funds is automatically considered fraudulent. The broker's breach of their agency duty is defined by statute as constructive fraud. Thus, any broker misusing trust funds is potentially liable to the principal for punitive damages, as well as reimbursement of the trust funds taken or misused. Whether punitive damages will be awarded depends on the severity of the broker's misconduct and the agency relationship undertaken by the broker. Lastly, when client sues a broker for trust account violations and receives a money judgment, the client may satisfy the judgment through the real estate recovery account when the broker is insolvent and the losses are directly related to the broker's conduct.
In a world of generic CE, it's finally time to start enjoying your real estate education. Introducing First Tuesday's video renewal course, Real Estate Made Real. California's first and only DRE-approved video-based renewal experience. Get an exclusive preview and enroll today. Be the star of your career.